Missourians with disabilities are hoping the governor keeps money for them in the new budget. Before approving the massive spending plan this week, lawmakers restored most funding for disability services. Hannah Falcon explains what was funded, what was cut, and what it could mean for the families.
For Christina Ngolia, the mother of an 11-year-old with a developmental disability, the state budget brings a measure of relief, setting aside about $80 million for disability services.
She is funny and fabulous, but she also needs quite a bit of support day to day.
But not all the services Missourians with disabilities rely on are funded in the 2027 state budget. $10,000 for individual goods and services and $1.5 million for community specialists were cut out. Those specialists play a key role for families, and cuts could affect staffing and jobs.
Our staff have been incredible. They help my daughter get out in the community to do her preferred activities.
Democrats say the Republican supermajority is to blame for shrinking state revenue, pointing to recent tax cuts.
People in these seats in years to come are going to have very difficult decisions ahead of them, and I hope we continue to stop injecting self-inflicted wounds.
Since Missouri's Constitution requires a balanced budget, the budget chair says his party acted responsibly and left money in the bank.
We made significant cuts this year to core items, so I think it is a process, and there is still money in the Treasury.
Ngolia says the funds included for disability services keep many Missourians living at home and actually save the state money compared to putting people in institutions.
We're keeping people in the lowest level of care so that they can be independent and thrive in their own communities.
The total 2027 Missouri state budget is just over $50 billion. It's now on the governor's desk, and he has until July 1st to sign it or veto any item in it. Reporting in Jefferson City, I'm Hannah Falcon.